The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
So whenever you're ready to go,
All right.
anytime you want to start that music,
Yep.
anytime.
Wait till I feel it.
Everyone's listening to me say anytime.
Okay. Let's do this now.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Hello, one and all. Welcome to Liquid Lunch. How are you, Kennedy? What's up?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am doing well as well. I am well. It is Thursday. It is Liquid Lunch. We are. Hey, we do have captioning on Facebook.
I've been saying that for the last 2 weeks.
Well, since Tuesday. But whatever. That's cool. Anyway,
2 weeks, 2 days.
Just noticing. All right, I'm Josh. That's Kennedy. And joining us today for as long as she can stand it.
Let tap out.
Yeah. Caitlin, how are you?
Good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, Caitlin Johnson, everybody from 512 Brewed and all the things. All the things. How are things in Austin today?
They're good, considering. But yeah, so they're good. The weather's nice and sunny.
You.
Yeah.
Can't complain too much.
Yeah. We had, I think so Caitlin and Melanie were just on, I say just on, but the latest episode of Interbrews. It's been a couple weeks since I've done Interbrews, but y'all were on episode 242. And I believe that day we had some storms as well. And last night, man, Kennedy, did you hear it? It was crazy last night, right?
Was it?
Crazy storm, yeah.
I think I'm a heavy sleeper. I think I slept through it all.
Ah, it was crazy. Lightning, all kinds of lightning.
Yeah,
Thunder.
I think we recorded a podcast episode for our podcast, 512 Brewed, that night. And I think that one was the one that just went live. And you can hear the thunder in the background just going on and on. But it was a crazy night.
Yeah, it was nuts. So anyway, we all made it through it, and now we're here, and we're drinking beer. Oh, yeah, are we drinking beer? We're drinking beers on a show today.
I'm making the switch.
Okay, here we go. Kennedy, what do we want to do first? Do you want to be introed, or should we do that later? Can we get into? Well, Caitlin just popped the top. Which no, it's all good. It's all good.
No, I've got to start. I've got technical stuff to do.
So we can't.
You can introduce me now if you want.
Okay. Hey, everybody, that's Kennedy.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
Boom. There you
I
go.
love that.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm
excited.
Yeah. Hey, just want to give a big shout out to our listeners over in Spain. Our Spain numbers are up.
Ooh.
Are they?
Hola.
Yeah.
Well, since I think all those Spain numbers may have been with my parents.
Oh. Well, I mean that's the latest.
Who are no longer in Spain.
Oh. Okay, so are Spain numbers possibly dropping?
Have
they been?
It's possible. There might be other viewers than my parents.
They probably were telling everybody about the show.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the word. It's possible the word got out.
These are podcast numbers here that I'm talking about. I don't know about actual physical viewers. So, these are podcast just junkies. I will say this: we got some United Arab Emirates. So I don't know, maybe some people traveling over to the UAE.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Germany. Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know. Nobody should be traveling right now, though.
No, yeah, I don't know. We got some Russian, and Afghanistan. So I'm gonna guess Afghanistan would be on the base. That's what I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
We could all be bases, honestly.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
Or you don't know. There could be some Afghan people who enjoy a nice craft beer, and I mean, who doesn't like Texas?
It's true. I would imagine some of the landscape in Afghanistan is very Texas-like in some of the places in Texas. So there's hills, and it's kind of country, kind of hill country. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know much about Afghanistan. I will say this: their blanket leaves a lot to be desired.
I know there's way too many holes in that blanket to keep you warm.
Right. I've never understood why an Afghan is a thing.
They're pretty itchy too, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was always something that you had at your grandmother's house, right?
Yeah.
At least that's where we would always have one. And I'm like, what's the point in this? The fan is on, so I'm still cold. My toes stick through the holes. It's like it gives you the feeling that you have a blanket with none of the satisfaction. Like,
Yeah. Do you ever?
That's how you really feel.
Yeah. Do you ever put on a Afghan over you and then try to stick each one of your separate toes through one of the holes in the? Am I the only one who does that?
Maybe.
yeah, no, you have to wear socks with when you use an Afghan because it doesn't keep you warm. There's no rhyme nor reason to the Afghan. I don't know who invented it. I don't know if it actually came from Afghanistan. I'm going to say that I'm a bigger fan of the duvet. So Duvetistan is. I'd like to visit there. It seems like a very comfortable place.
Yeah.
Duvetistan. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Enough of this tomfoolery. We've reached our max tomfoolery. Do we have time to ask what the time, Kennedy? Can we ask the time in all its full effect?
Yeah. Let's. Well, I mean, here on Liquid Lunch, we do nothing but ask the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah. So what time is it?
It's time for your favorite segment and mine. Here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
All right. So guests always go first. Caitlin, what is it that you are drinking?
I am drinking. Get it up in the camera. Norm. It's a Vienna lager from St. Elmo Brewing down in South Austin. I just picked it up the other day. Vienna lager is one of my favorite styles. And
Yeah.
I absolutely love this one.
There you go. Norm
Yeah.
from St. Elmo.
St. Elmo. All their beers are like named after people. Like they've got like a Carl and a Rosa and.
Are those Cheers names?
I don't know.
Hold on. Is there a Cliff?
But there is I'm looking up their like Untapped list, but they come out with a new beer every single week. So unless Cheers has that many characters, maybe a lot of them are from Cheers.
Norm's one for sure.
Yeah, and so is Rose.
Yeah. Is there a
There's
Cliff?
Slater, Chico, Angus, Jan,
Oh.
Roxanne.
Okay.
They have a Vaya, which is their cream ale, which is a Yolanda, which is a New England IPA. Yeah, it's
Okay.
all the names.
All right, maybe they're brewery workers. We'll have to get to the bottom of that. List of
Yeah.
things to do. Contact St. Elmo. Find out what, in fact, is going on with their names. Kennedy, you want me to go, or you got anything in front of you?
I'll go real quick.
Okay.
I have one of my favorites that I got back in my refrigerator. I need to make a beer run.
Mhm.
But sometimes when you dig in the back of your refrigerator, you find treasure.
Mhm.
Not just like old, stale, moldy food. Sometimes you can find, a buried hatchet stout buried deep in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
So that's what I have.
Probably benefited a little bit from just hanging out back there, too.
Yeah, and then
How old do you
Also-
think it is?
I mean, I've only lived in my current place for like 5 months, so it's not more than 5 months old.
Oh, I don't know. That label looks like it'd be pretty, like straight out of the '90s or something.
No, they've basically stuck with this label from day one.
Yeah. Well, they didn't brew that. They didn't can that on day one.
Right.
I remember
mean,
waiting
I mean,
around.
since it came out, since the first guy came.
Yeah.
And then, totally unrelated, I also have a Cactus Cat Kolsch from 9 Band up in the Dallas area.
Are you should blend those.
And you think?
No.
No,
I mean, if you're going to do it, yes, absolutely.
now's the time. On air.
I'd be willing to try it, but German style Kolsch, it does not have cactus in it.
Or is
So
it like Hilarious. Red and green reminds me of Christmas, though.
Yeah.
Christmas flavors?
No, it's just the standard Kolsch. Grassy and biscuity is what it says. One time I tried to use cactus fruit in a beer I brewed, and it did not turn out well. So I try to find beers that have cactus fruit in it. And I thought this one did, but it's just.
Yeah.
So that's what I got today.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I know that North by Northwest had one, a prickly pear, something. But
I know Shiner makes one too.
That was one of my first like Texas beers, that prickly pear from Shiner.
Yeah.
Like all the way back in Virginia.
Oh.
Like 2012, 14, 16 something, I don't know.
Well, in honor of our esteemed guest today, I wanted to go make sure we went Austin, all out Austin. So with the graphic there, it's like it flies out of there. Whoosh. Hefeweizen from Live Oak. One of the greatest beers of all time.
Yes.
There's nothing I love better than a banana bomb.
Are y'all hearing my updates?
What's updating?
My messenger. You hear
Well,
the
you really picked a bad time to update.
No, not update. I'm saying I'm getting messenger messages as we speak. Oh, here we go, y'all. Proper glassware too. Hefeweizen.
Ooh.
The original hazy beer, and one of the greatest Hefeweizens, maybe the greatest Hefeweizen in the world.
When I was I did a beer run to St. Elmo the other day to get all this. I also got I think it's called a Domp beer, which I don't think I've ever had before, but it's something like a Hefeweizen. That's what the guy said it was. It was similar to a Hefeweizen, but I think they use like a different malt or something. I don't know. I'm excited to try it. I don't know what color it would even be. I'm imagining it's gonna be darker, or like a darker color.
Okay. Let's see.
Domp beer.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. So, okay, that was. Hey, are we sounding all right? Is everybody? Let me know. Is anybody saying we're sounding any like? Are we sounding okay? Everybody sounding okay?
I'm hearing a little bit of an echo from you.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh. What about from Caitlin?
It comes. No, Caitlin's fine. It comes and it goes. You're actually good. But every once in a while.
Okay.
Every once in a while, it gets a little echoey.
Oh. Well, you let me know.
Yeah, it sounds good though. We're good.
Okay. I'm told a hollow echo. Weird. All right. I don't know. I sound good here. So going out.
Well,
somewhere.
I mean, do you sound good?
Yeah, I do. I sound great. Everybody sounds great here.
I mean, okay.
What are we talking about?
Domp beers.
Oh, yeah. St. Elmo. Sorry. That's illustrious. St. Elmo. So St. Elmo. Spell that.
DAMPFBIER. Domp. It's German. That's for sure.
You ever heard of that?
I've never heard of that before.
All right, hold on. Let's find out. Pulling it up live on the air. Here we go. Going to beers. Worth beers. Beers to go. Let's see if it's on. Did you get it on tab? Did you get like a crowler, Phil?
Yeah, I got canned.
Okay. So what?
I might be totally spelling it. Oh, I think I found it on Untapped. It's a Domp beer. What was the
name of it? The actual name of the beer?
Domp.
Don't keep making her repeat that name.
I've been telling you. So I Google search what is a Domp beer, and it came up with like a little Wikipedia insert, and it said steam beer category. I'm like,
a steam beer.
Okay. I thought that was its own beer, but it says Domp beer, meaning steam beer, was largely brewed in the rural Bavarian forest where Germany and modern Czech Republic share a border.
Okay. No, I agree.
Oh, it uses an all barley malt beer at that.
So like
read it all.
Yeah, like a Hefeweizen though, still.
Like a Hefeweizen, but nothing like a Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Because there's no wheat, and let's see.
Wait, The modern commercial template consists of Pilsner or Munich malts,
Oh, okay. Here we go.
the traditional Weizen beer yeast.
Yeah, they use the Hefeweizen yeast, which is going to give you the cloves, but it'll be interesting. I wonder how it plays with the malt, because that's where the proteins in the wheat and stuff are where you get some of
And the
that.
color, right? Like that's.
Yeah, the haze for sure. The color, yeah, the color will be affected.
So it'll be like a dark amber, or it'll be like a hazy amber. Just.
I don't know how hazy it'll be.
It's a mystery because I only have one can of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's it's in a can, so I can't see it all. I'll like Google search it or
You should try harder. Foamy Head 13 having a Galactic Haze IPA from Hop and Sting. Hop and Sting. So there you go. Linda, what beer are you having? Here.
Linda's probably having a coffee.
It's noon. It's past noon. It's time to put the coffee away.
Huh.
Yeah. I've been getting up early.
Like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
So okay, now that I got all my stuff taken care of, so I miss Julie.
Well, oh, because you. Oh.
So we do it. So Caitlin, we do a lot of sharing on this show.
Yeah.
Sharing, Josh. That'll come back up in about 2 seconds.
Okay, cool.
And she's able. My girlfriend, and she's been on the show for this whole time during the quarantine, and she just went back to work Monday. So show's not as good.
Sad to go back to work, or kind of relieved to get out of the house?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, she literally has been stuck in this house with me for 4 months straight.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, having to see me like 16 hours a day or something. That would.
Have either of you guys gone out to breweries at all, or you guys been pretty locked down?
That's Kennedy. Go for it.
Oh, I've been to quite a few. So, like as soon as they started open, we started going.
I'm a little conflicted with the whole thing. Like I want to, and I understand it's probably going to be okay, especially if you're sitting outside.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just haven't yet.
Yeah, it feels better. I've been to a few. It feels better being outside. Like we went to Jester King, and like you make a reservation, and like you have to show up with your party, and like you like check in, and they make sure you're wearing a face mask, and then you go in, and you sit down, and you're far away from people, and you're outside in hill country with the wind blowing. But like I know some tap rooms have opened up inside, and the idea of being like inside some tap rooms that have like no windows or like one small door is kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, I went to one brewery though that wasn't following any rules at all, and they had the pickup table where people pick up beer to go, and then they also pick up like drinks to have there, like outside. And there's a whole bunch of people. It's a place that had a bunch of regulars, and there was like a whole bunch of people just hanging out around the pickup table, like not wearing face masks. Just talking, and it was outside, but they were still like talking over the table and laughing, and I was like, we gotta like get out of here right now.
Out of curiosity, were they serving the beer in the tap room out of glasses? Actually, glasses, or were they using like the plastic throwaway glasses?
They were using plastic glasses, and it was right at like the entrance to like the brewery, so nobody could go into the tap room, but like bartenders were going in, getting an order of beer and placing it on the table, and then they would text you that your beer order was ready. So you would, if you're not at the table, you need to be wearing a mask. So you would put on your mask and like go up there and pick up your beer. But when you go up there and pick up your beer, there are like groups of people right next to the table, like talking over it, laughing, all without masks on. And I was like, this is not like okay. This is how it's.
Every place I've been, and they've been really good about following all the social distancing policies and all that other stuff. Like, no one can hang out at the bar. It's usually like, you put your order in maybe at the end of the bar, and then they actually bring it to you.
Yeah. This place was definitely one of the odd ones. But I mean, it was something like where we just left, and we did report it, but we left, and a brewery that we had visited earlier that afternoon, did an incredible job. Like all the employees wore like the N95 mask. There was hand sanitizer everywhere. And everybody was using it. Like employees kept their mask on at all times, and tables were way more than 6 feet spread apart. And it just, I don't know. And I don't know. I kind of like the system of like reserving a table at a brewery and order from your phone.
I think some of that stuff is going to stick around for sure. That's one of the things that they're talking about, like alcohol sales to go from restaurants.
Yeah.
Governor Abbott has said that that's something that probably can and will stick around. So hopefully some of that gets lumped in with breweries so they can, all that kind of stuff. Beer, like I know that beer to go is a thing that everybody can do, but like even deliveries and things like that, just to have an option. It's not, not every brewery wants to jump on that.
Yeah, I don't think the breweries really like any of it, but
but it could be an option. So why not?
We had a local brewery right here in Houston. One of their employees just simply showed symptoms of COVID, so they went ahead and decided to close the brewery down until that employee got tested.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Y'all ready for this? Are we gonna? You know what? It's in it. Now we're in it. We're in it.
We're in it.
We're in it. So here's the deal, right? I've had to do a lot of research here lately because I was told that I tested positive over 2 weeks ago. And that was a blood test. That was one of those rapid response blood tests. It was at a doctor's office. You just drove through, you stick your hand out the window, they prick your finger, little pregnancy test looking thing, and then they tell you 15 minutes later, yay or nay, right? So they called and said, yeah, you're positive. Okay, well, that's horrible, right? So I'm going to go home and I locked myself up for 2 weeks. Food left at the door of my bedroom. Yeah, it was bad. Didn't get to pet the dogs. Didn't get to hug my girls. Didn't get to hug smooch on my wife. Didn't get to I got to look out the window. They did allow me to go out in the backyard and meander around a little bit.
That's very kind of them.
Yeah, but they opened the door. Everybody ran away, and then allowed me to go out. And then they proceeded to sterilize and anything I looked at or got too close to. But that's the thing. I never had a single symptom. Right? Not a lick of fever. No, not even extra snot. Nothing. No. One time I chewed up some almonds and got a little bit in my throat, and I thought, oh, here we go. And then I remembered that I still had almonds in my mouth, and I'm like, oh wait, never mind. And so 2 weeks, right? And so I'm like, you know what, this is weird. I don't understand. And then I started doing some research. My wife started doing a lot of research. And it turns out if you're getting a blood test, that doesn't tell you if you have the virus. It does not tell you if you're getting your finger prick. All that can tell you is antibodies. It has nothing to do with active virus. You have to get that thing shoved up your nose or in the back of your throat. And so I was like, all right, well, let's go do that. So I made an appointment, and I was like, let's actually get tested. And so I went, and they jabbed that thing in the back of my throat and make you try to say ah. And I think the guy was just effing with me because he was like, here, open up. I'm like, and he's like, say ah. I'm like, he's like, no, come on, say ah. I'm like, I can't. I've got a swab shoved in the back of my throat, but I couldn't remove it and explain to him. And he just laughed. He's like, that's good. So anyway, and then that came back negative. So this other office that's doctors and nurses, and they're all, doing this big official thing, sent me this official doctor report saying, yep, tested positive, but it doesn't even test for that. It's antibodies only. So I could have had it weeks and weeks and weeks ago. It could have been back in December or January, or it could have been a cold. It could have been anything else, right? It could, because they'll test positive for just simple coronaviruses, which are just your common cold is a coronavirus. We've all had it.
Did your family get tested?
No, and that's the funny thing about it, because that's the reason I got tested. My wife had a coworker that, tested positive, and they're like, all right, everybody who was there that day, go get tested. I wasn't going to get tested, and then at the last second, they were like, yeah, we can work you in. So I hopped in the van, and we went and got tested, and I'm the only one that tested positive, and I say positive like that. So it wasn't even a real test. So what I'm telling everybody out there listening, and share this if you would like, I don't know, cut it up, paste it, whatever. If they're telling you, and here in Texas, for whatever reason, and I haven't checked the news today, but they're saying that antibody tests they're conflating those with positive tests. Virus positive tests. It does not tell you that. So if you're going to to see if you have the virus, you got to get the swab. That's the only way. And so,
Well, so you had it at some point.
so I don't know. That's the thing.
You're immune to it, or
I don't know.
To have those.
only one way to find out.
So I called. So once we started doing the research, so I called. So this was a rapid test that we did day of to get back results quickly, so we can figure out stuff. Then I called my family practitioner. We called our kids' pediatrician. Called a family member who's a doctor, and then he relayed and that family member, he relayed. I'm just trying to keep everybody, whatever, not trying to put anybody on blast. But anyway, they relayed that information to the person in their hospital that's in charge of all the stuff and does just that type of COVID, and just experts, right? Doctors, like doctors. And they were all like, nah, that doesn't jive. And so then that's when I went and got retested. And then yesterday I called my primary care physician again. And I was like, hey, do I need to get tested for actual antibodies? And they can come back false positive. They can come back false negatives. And then even if you do actually have antibodies, what are they from? And COVID-19 survivor. Thank you, Kennedy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can you put like an asterisk next to that? And then somewhere saying may or may not have actually had something and may or may not have actually survived anything at all.
Does it look like all that will fit on there?
I'm just saying that it needs to be put somewhere because tested negative for the virus, may have tested positive for antibodies of some sort of, because it can be there's 4 or 5 different coronaviruses.
How's that?
Yeah. So there you go. So if you're getting tested, which a lot more people are freaking out and getting tested now, we got when the place I got tested for the swab, I went by again to go pick up a note, and the line was all the way down the street of people in their cars waiting to get tested. So a lot more people getting tested. I don't know where the numbers are at this point. This isn't a news show. We're just talking about beer. But the numbers are up, but they're also conflating numbers of antibody tests and viral tests, and that needs to be, separated. Yeah. Everybody's saying I have a weird echo, Kennedy. Why is that?
It happens every once in a while. It's weird.
Oh.
I'm not sure why you're getting this weird echo.
I don't hear it though.
Oh, hold on.
I don't think you would hear it, Caitlin. I think it's just over the stream.
Mm.
Oh. Okay. Well, everything's good on my end, so it's got to be Kennedy's in. Kennedy's messing it up somehow.
Yeah, it's completely my fault.
Anyway, so that's
it's my fault.
That's my official COVID tale, is that I got a test that doesn't test for the virus, and a doctor saying that it did, and it really didn't. And so then I spent 2 weeks in a room, and then after Googling, figured it out, and nobody's saying anything about this stuff. So, hey, Sylvia. Sylvia's watching. Sylvia, guest
hi,
host.
Sylvia.
Hosted.
Josh,
Yeah, so that
I just want to say something. You are very brave in telling us your story.
No, I'm not.
It was very brave of you to bring this up.
Is it? No, it's not. It needs to be talked about.
You're an inspiration to us all.
Thanks. I survived. I stayed in a room for 2 weeks, watching movies and shows, all day, every day, and then meandering around in the backyard for 15 minutes a day to get my vitamin D, and taking fistfuls of vitamins. I did that too. Everybody take vitamin D.
Yeah, it was like you were in prison.
Yeah. So if you're not taking vitamin D, you take vitamin D. I'd say also take some vitamin C and some zinc as well. And, get outside. And if you're overweight, cut the carbs. General health.
Well,
General health and immune.
Or to say cut carbs, that'd be like to cut your beer intake.
Okay, cut sugar. How about that? Cut sugar.
We don't preach that on the show.
All right. True. All right, I take that back. Cut your sugar intake.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Now, enough of me. Caitlin?
I don't know. Getting coronavirus is pretty hard to beat that.
I didn't get it, though.
I know, but for
it's like
2 weeks.
Humor.
2 weeks you thought you did.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
I mean, and that's got to be pretty scary.
It is, because you think every little thing that happens, you're like, all right, here we go.
Like, oh, shit. And then you got, you got a family to worry about, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the test was actually a pregnancy test. Maybe I'm pregnant. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking these beers.
Uh-huh.
I have
like one day. It's a myth.
Okay. Well, my belly is bigger since this whole thing started, so it's not out of the possibility.
Whose isn't?
I don't know. I've put on 7 or 8 pounds, easy, like legit.
I think I put on the COVID-19.
Yeah. No, I've got a lot more jiggle to my wiggle.
COVID-19.
Yeah. So, all right, Kayla. Enough about me though. That's anyway. So everybody, if you're gonna get tested, get an actual test. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Take care of yourself. And so.
Well, changing the subject,
Uh-huh.
Caitlin, you have a thing going.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
What thing?
Would you like to talk about it?
So you guys are referring to that thing?
About, this thing?
That thing!
Yeah.
That thing. Yes. Yeah, so I started a podcast during quarantine. My friend Melanie, she's my co-host along with me, and she kind of put the idea in my head. And like, she gets a lot of crazy ideas like this. She's a fun person to hang out with. But I don't know. I was bored in quarantine, not doing anything. I was thinking more and more, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. I came up with a name for it. Like, we got on board, and now tomorrow episode 11 goes live. So
Cool.
yeah, it's been fun. Definitely learning a lot about craft beer, and I've been having a lot of fun. And yeah, we started this under quarantine and shelter in place, and we just recently started recording together. Looking like we might have to record a part again soon. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see what happens once everything goes back to normal and where we take this podcast. Hopefully do more interviews or travel around with it.
Yeah. So okay, I don't keep up with the news. That's one thing I quarantine myself from as well, because you can't be suffering from something like that and then be looking at it all day. I mean, I had a panic attack on the way back from when they called me. I was fine. Not to make it all about me, Caitlin, but I'm about to make it all about me. So they called, and they told me, like, yep, positive. I'm like, all right. And so I'm fine, and then my wife calls her mom, and they start talking about it, like, next to me, and I'm like, oh, God, it's so real now. And so I had to pull over and let my wife drive the next, like, mile and a half home, because I couldn't help it. I almost had a panic attack.
It's scary. And I don't know, Texas was, I don't know, we had low numbers for the longest time, and I don't know, I had a lot of family on the East Coast, and I kept on hearing more about numbers exploding there, and I was like, oh, well, at least we're in Texas, safe in Texas, and now it's like total opposite.
Yeah. I don't know. Kenny, I thought we were going to be close to you coming back to being in the studio. That's where I was going to say all of that, but I don't know. Maybe we're not still, which is fine because I need to clean up. I've been doing some adding on to the studio.
Hold on. Whoa. You need to clean the studio.
It was clean. No, I cleaned at the very beginning. Got everything nice and organized.
I've never been in that studio when it's been clean.
You have to. There's that one.
I walk in that studio and you have like 50 glasses.
There are no, other than the glass I'm drinking out of, there are no glasses on the table. And they're always clean. It's just not organized.
I don't think
That worries me. I'd be knocking those over, and
It's a big table. Okay,
I don't think
that's
you've ever vacuumed.
that's not true either. I have definitely. One of the things that kept me from doing it, though, was all the cables on the floor, and so now all those are off too. So now we're good to go.
Yeah.
So.
And I have spilled a bunch of beer on my side
Yeah, I
on
know.
that carpet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to replace the wood floor.
flash zone.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly. Yeah, that's what we need. We need some of those. We need to get a poncho for. So people are clamoring to know. Sorry, I made it. I made it all about me. People are asking, Caitlin, about 512 Brewed. What can people expect to hear on the podcast?
Yeah, so we started I've been beer blogging for about 5 years now. Melanie is a content creator. She kind of she loves craft beer herself, so that kind of influences what she does. But she runs a pretty popular Instagram account for her 3 really cute puppies, and we've been friends for a little bit. So we came together with the name 512 Brewed. Like, 512 is an awesome area code, but like 5 is the number of dogs that we have between us, and like 1 is the number of beers or brewery that we would that we're going to review each episode, and then 2 is like your 2 co-hosts. And so along with like reviewing like a different beer each week, which totally ranges from like stuff that you can find year round to like a new hot release, So we review the beer, tell a little bit about the style, the brewery, and then we kind of like come up with a topic around the beer. Whether that's something like the one that we're coming out with tomorrow, I'm really excited about because we're talking about destination breweries and farmhouse breweries, and I think that's something that's really gonna be a big thing right now, considering we all have to go outside and be away from people. So talked about that. We've done beer vacations. We did one that was a story of us, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing that. If anybody wants to jump in with the podcast, definitely. I think right now is one of those things. Maybe start with the newest episode and work your way back because quality's improved. Like, kind of just our knowledge has improved, and just our chemistry has really come through. But yeah, and then we always end the show with a really weird, funny story. And I got like a beer book the other day that's called Strange Tales of Ale, and it has like 30 some different weird stories about beer. So I'm excited to start sharing those.
That's cool. Who wrote that book?
Martin, I had to make sure the spider's on there. Martin Cornell.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the ISBN number on?
Oh,
I'm kidding.
well,
I'm kidding.
Oh, it's like English.
Yeah.
Oh, good day, or whatever they say.
12 pounds and 99 pence.
Shillings?
Shillings?
Crown?
Basic quid. That's a slang.
Oh.
All right. So if anyone listening right now or watching is interested in the 512 podcast, I have posted the link in the comments section. So just click on that and follow that. And also, one of our top fans, Sylvia, has her own podcast as well, Draft Queen. And she is asking what your mission is.
We want to bring... Oh, go ahead, Kennedy.
Oh, I was just going to say, she wants the mission of 512.
Yeah, the mission is we kind of want to add more entertainment to beer reviews and open up people's knowledge about craft beer, these beverages that they love, and tell all different sides of it, and kind of just share. I don't know, I think Melanie and I have a good chemistry, but yeah, the mission is just to bring more entertainment and laughs to beer reviews.
Cool. Yeah, it's there, especially for, it can get stuffy. The beer review people can get very stuffy. You know, it was. Yeah, it's like
It's very, a lot of it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's different ways to like mix it up, and we want to do entertainment. I don't know. I think even something just having people come on shows is really keeps things fresh and interesting all the time too.
Agreed.
When it's like a 3-minute long show that comes out like every day, I'm just like, that's just me personally, though. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said you're
really like that.
Yeah. Kennedy's.
It's good too. Like I've actually seen some reviews that came out months ago, and I'm actually googling about a beer, and I see the review. I'm like, let me see if I really want to spend $8 on a little 12-ounce bottle.
What? Okay, so when you're looking at a review, is there something like when you see something like to make you think, all right, second thoughts, right? Because every once in a while, I don't know what it is. I haven't really analyzed it, but maybe since you've spent a little more time analyzing the situation, are there certain, like when you hear a certain description of a beer, does it make you say, all right, I can pass on this one? Because there's so much more beer now than there used to be.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about, but I think one that's like driving me crazy these days is people, I mean, it's kind of how hazy started for IPA, but people are now using like fluffy and bouncy and, all these different words to describe IPA, like fluffy IPA. There's been a few other like adjectives like that I've heard, and it's pretty much just, I don't know, it's like pretty much an American IPA that they've played around with, but yeah, so like fuzzy IPAs. I'm trying to think of the other ones, but there's just, Pine House has had one, St. Elmo came out with one, and it's just, there's no official style for a fluffy IPA.
I've never heard of fluffy or
I'll grab the camera.
or fuzzy IPA. I believe you, but
yeah,
I want to make sure it's fluffy. It might be fuzzy or something.
Huh, it's interesting.
Yeah, no, that's we've used terms like fluffy and fuzzy, but it's typically to talk about your hair.
Or the dogs.
Yeah, when the dogs run in.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I checked because it's actually Fluffy IPA was one that Pine House came out with. This one is called the Foggy IPA.
Foggy.
Foggy. Okay.
Who's that from?
That's from St. Elmo. The same
Okay.
the same place I'm drinking this. I guess I was thinking Fluffy because it's covered in dogs.
or furry IPA.
I wonder if they used actual fog in the brewing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fog
It
infused.
doesn't say anything special about it. 6.4% on Untapped. It says American IPA.
I want to say who was it was we talked about it on Tuesday. It was either Brew Dogs or what was the Sam Calagione show? The founder of Dogfish Head. He had a show on Discovery Channel a few years ago that lasted about 6 episodes. That was called. Anybody remember? Somebody remembers. On one of those, it was either the Brew Dog show or that one. They captured fog and condensed it down. Yeah, they were trying to make a. I don't remember why, or maybe there was some fog involved. There was capturing of fog. Like maybe you could catch the fog and then let it condensate and then use that to brew the beer. That I don't know. That take a lot of fog. Imagine. All 100% fog, local fog. Brewmasters.
All right. So Sylvia's saying fluffy, meaning marshmallow added. So it might be more like a milkshake IPA.
I've actually had Trim Tab in Birmingham came out with an IPA that did have marshmallow in it, and maybe they called that one Fluffy, and I've had that, but that one was like absolutely exquisite. But like it seems like these beers that are using these new adjectives, they're not using like extra ingredients like that. God, that beer was so good. Trim Tab, it was like marshmallow IPA. But they use dehydrated marshmallows, like the same kind of marshmallows that you find. Cloud Architecture is what it's called from, and that's a New England IPA, which I don't know. I feel is more fluffy than a regular American IPA.
I don't know. Have I had a beer with marshmallow? I think I have. I feel like I have.
It was pretty good. Oh, 200 pounds of dehydrated marshmallows were put into the boil.
Oh wow, 200 pounds.
Then they took the beer and added 2 pounds per barrel of the freshest crops of Mosaic, Amarillo, and Laurel hops that they could get. It was good.
Oh, so the dehydrated, those are like the ones from like Lucky Charms, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
200 pounds. That's like.
I wonder how big of a batch that was.
I don't know, but that's like ingenious. They did that. I didn't try. Did I try that beer? Did we have the Lucky Charms beer? I don't remember if we did or not.
It has the blue, purple, and pink kind of like smoky label. I posted a picture on my Instagram, but it's a gorgeous can. We stopped there like when we road trip to Virginia over Christmas, and I was really impressed by Trim Tab.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw a reflection of an animal in your window or if there was an actual animal.
There might be. Oh.
Is there a cat? Do you have a cat?
I have a cat and 2 dogs.
Okay.
My neighbor has 3 beagles who hang out like right behind me.
Okay.
3 beagles?
Mm-hmm.
So is it a constant bark fest?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a coworker one time with a beagle, and she always brought that dog to work, and that dog would not be quiet at all.
They're not. Those are not. And like they've had the 2 beagles, they're girls for the longest time, and then they got a puppy, and the puppy's bark is something.
Yeah.
But normally, if it goes on for too long, I'll go out there and like I'll like have a treat, and they just need to be distracted. They're hound dogs. Like they'll bark till their hearts give out, but if you can just distract them, they're done.
It's kind of like Kennedy and his complaining. Kennedy loves to complain.
No, I don't know what you're talking.
And then you're like, beer. You want a beer?
Yeah, you get here, but here's a beer. Here's a beer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kennedy is happiest when he's miserable. People don't realize that, but he's a.
What's your zodiac sign, Kennedy?
Huh.
I was gonna say like
Gemini.
Okay. I don't know much about horoscope, but
born this month.
Oh, this month?
Yeah.
Birthday month?
Yeah, this is my birthday month, June.
Did we already pass your birthday though?
Yeah, we passed it. It's June the 1st.
Oh, happy very belated birthday though.
Oh, thank you.
He's had so many of them. It's fine.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, the next one.
Okay, yeah. Well, God willing. Ken, I don't know if you knew this, but Kennedy's actually 83 years old.
What's his secret? What's his skincare routine?
I don't know. He's got
you want to know my secret?
Yeah. Beer?
hops are preservative.
Drinking local?
Yeah.
Yes, drinking local absolutely is the secret, and I encourage everyone to drink local.
Yeah. I would say try some live oak Hefeweizen
Mm-hmm.
to see if people are like, I don't know that I like Hefeweizens. I'm like, well, start with this one.
Yeah.
And if
So
that's the judge.
I brewed a beer one time, actually a couple times, that I tried to get as close to the live oak Hefeweizen as possible. So
Mhm.
I really, in Hefeweizens, I really love like the extra banana and extra clove flavor.
Yeah.
And I gave it to a friend of mine, and she to this day, she's like, when are you going to make more of that banana beer? She's not really a beer fan at all, but she loved the banana beer.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I don't know that like not all Hefeweizens are the same, right? Some
No.
some are more citrusy, some are more banana-y,
Mhm.
some are, more lighter bodied and that sort of thing. But I just remember back when I first got into craft beer, trying to learn. It was like, there was only a handful of breweries way back then, and Live Oak, of course, was one of them. And this Hefeweizen was always like that's back when you'd go to a beer review website back when they had just started, and it was this was one beers that everybody raved about. It was always in the way high 90s, and it's still super super duper good. So I don't know if is it actually that good, or is it just imprinted in my brain that it's this good? Was I preconditioned to love it? Because it was hard to get here in Houston. You had to go to Austin.
I feel like it sets like the standard though for like the American version of the style.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, you just touched on something. I'm going to kind of change the subject here.
Sure, yeah.
Like you're talking about Austin beers that we couldn't get in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been noticing a lot lately that we are getting Austin Beer Works here in Houston.
Yeah.
Really?
Which is very exciting. Yes, I went to the local HEB and they actually had Austin Beer Works.
What did they have?
Yeah, what they have?
They had Pearl Snap, Peacemaker. Oh,
Like just the cores or
just the core beers.
that's so interesting. I haven't heard any news on that, but that is really exciting for you guys.
It's super exciting because let me tell you something, and I've always said this: if I was going to have one beer and I could only have one beer for the rest of my life, it would be Peacemaker.
Mm.
Which style is that? What is that?
It's called an everyday ale.
Like a pilsner or a blonde or something, but it is like
it's like a blonde ale probably.
Yeah, but it is something that's so good. That's the white can, right?
Yeah, the white can.
Yeah, I like that one.
I love that beer. And I don't know if it's just I love it so much because I don't get it that often because we can't get it here in Houston. And whenever I go to Austin, it's like a treat. So
there's something to that.
We'll see what happens when I can get it now on a regular basis if my taste changes. But I mean, I tried that beer probably like 10 years ago or something, and always been a fan.
What other Austin breweries do you guys wish you got up there?
It doesn't.
I wish we had a Pine House Pizza.
For sure, yeah. I was gonna say Pine House Pizza for sure.
Adding 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe they'll build one, even if they just went to Brenham. Like they didn't want to drive all the way to Houston.
They do love the burbs, so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they built one in Round Rock. I was super excited about it, and I got to go twice. And then my in-laws, they moved. So now they're not in Round Rock anymore. It's like, no. It was literally 2 minutes from their house, and then they moved. And so luckily I got to go by a few times and get,
That's a gorgeous space, though.
Yeah, it is.
Cheese inside, which always blows me away when I don't know. Anytime you see like a real tree inside a place, it's like got some ballers up in here.
We took the trees and we took them from the outside and we put them inside. Now we got all our couches outside. I don't know. We got and light fixtures. I don't know. Want to go to the bathroom? It's bathroom's outside, but it's an actual toilet outside.
About the outside and the inside out.
It's just it's the Inside Out Brewing Company. I'm sure that's a thing. That's probably one. Inside Out Brewing Company.
If not, like I'm gonna go buy this domain real quick. That's a Disney movie. You probably couldn't do it. It's a Disney movie.
Oh, Inside Out. Oh, that's right. Copyright.
I'll probably stop talking about that actually right now. They're gonna send us like a cease and desist letter.
That's a fantastic movie. You should go see it by get Disney Plus. Sponsor.
Are you? I don't know. You guys might not be interested in this, but are you excited about Hamilton coming to Disney Plus on July 3rd?
What?
Okay, next.
It's a musical, right?
It's a Broadway show, one of the best selling Broadway shows ever. What I think is exciting about it is it'll be my first time seeing a Broadway show, and many people have never seen a Broadway show. They don't ever really kind of put Broadway shows film them and distribute them for the I don't know, what do you call the people at the bottom? The plebs.
Yeah, the pleb.
Does
common people like me.
Does Shrek the musical count? It was on Netflix for a while. We enjoyed that.
Was it like true Broadway though?
I don't know. I have
Broadway,
no idea.
Or like some Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.
No, it was like on a stage in front of people, like in a place. Not. There were no explosions, and so I was like,
I'm done. I'm done
Yeah.
here.
Well, like pyrotechnics. You can have something fun.
Sure, but there was none of that. It was just Shrek. And then
Yeah,
singing. It was a music. That was fine.
You guys aren't excited though for Hamilton, but
I do know this. Cobra Kai season 3 going to be on Netflix.
Do you want us to lie to you, Caitlin?
well, only if you guys actually know anything and we can talk about it. And...
Yeah, Cobra Kai. Have y'all watched Cobra Kai?
The musical?
No, it's not a musical.
How do you spell that?
Cobra Kai?
Like Cobra
Hey.
High?
Kai, Kai. You've never
It's
Karate Kid.
basically a long past due sequel of Karate Kid.
Oh.
Did you ever see the
No,
Karate
I've
Kid?
never heard of this.
Well, it
Have
was
you
on
seen?
YouTube, that's why.
Have you seen Karate Kid?
No, but I know enough about it.
Okay.
I get it.
No, you don't.
I get it.
No, you don't, Caitlin. You don't know enough about it. You need to watch Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3.
No.
Don't
I
worry
know
about the-
pop culture. I know enough about Karate Kid. I know the remake. I know
No, the
Ralph
remake.
Macchio, the story of him. I just never seen it. Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? Karate Kid Part 2, one of the best movies ever, maybe.
You watch Hamilton. No, listen to the soundtrack of Hamilton first, and I'll watch all 3 Karate Kids, and then we can come back.
Okay,
Okay.
you can watch Karate Kid 1 and 2.
No third.
Don't even bother
like-
with the third.
Is that the
No.
one with Will Smith's son, or that's
That was a
just the
remake. It's a
remake. Okay.
It's a reboot or something.
But it's
Don't
not
watch that
Will
one
Smith.
either.
Yeah.
The original one with Ralph Macchio and the wax on, wax off.
Now, listen, you can watch Part 3 because they reference it in Cobra Kai. Because the real thing is to get to Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai it's like a continuation of the story of all the fallout from the movies, and it's one of the best done shows I've seen in a super long time, and
Right.
Yeah.
it's really good.
So
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. As far as musicals go, I'm going back to the musical. Sorry. One of our fans, Philip. Oh, who said this? Big fan of Book of Mormon. That's Jeremy.
Ooh. And that's
Oh.
the one from South Park creators, right?
Yes, I would love that. Actually, the last couple times it came to Houston, I wanted to go see it, but for some reason I couldn't go. But I've been wanting to go check out that one.
That would be fun. That's been going on for a very long time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to think of the last.
And
play
then
I wanted to see.
other top fan Philip is he's going. Let's see. The wife and I are going to a coworker's house to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch
It's
party.
different. It's good. It's good. Hamilton's just something different, and I think what they're doing is such a unique spin on a historical story, and it's pretty raunchy. They're dropping F-bombs. They're talking about Like there's sex, there's laugh, there's
All right. You sold me.
yeah, and it's fun, and like the people in
I'll
it,
take it out
like
now.
this is the original cast, which is truly talented, and yeah, I think it's something interested, and like the songs in it are kind of like rap, hip hop, pop based. Like these are like I listen to the soundtrack on a regular basis, and I have been since the first time I've heard it.
What's your favorite song?
Oh my gosh, I want to like look up the full listing just so I can give you the song because there's a few good. Like My Shot is a good one. I'm not giving away My Shot. That one is referenced a lot. Oh God, the 10 Duel Commandments. That one's really good. It's kind of like a song about Alexander Hamilton when he was doing the duel. But I think the guy that shot him.
Hamilton. It's about Alexander Hamilton. Okay, I just got that. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Guns and Ships is Guns and Ships actually might be one of my favorites, and it's one that I'm really excited to see like performed because it's talking about like when the British naval ships like arrived on the American coast and like kind of just fighting with them, and there's a lot of like pyrotechnics and explosions during that part like in the song, and I think it's one of those things where like most of the cast is there. But yeah, I'm really excited to see that one, like the Guns and the Ships. But like all these songs, they've been written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and they're hip hop, they're rap, they're pop, like they're totally be top 40 hits.
So our top fan, Jose, is a big fan of Hamilton. It appears. Yes.
There you go. He
It's
says
good.
80s rap. 80s like
Yeah. So
80s
style rap.
Yeah, it's definitely got like that New York feel to it.
Apparently, my name is Hamilton, and I'm here to say.
Yeah, I can't sing, so I'm not gonna do it. It's so good though, and it's a really cool cast. Some really like brand new people to Broadway, old timers. I'm excited to see. I can't imagine like them putting this on like on a stage, and there's even gonna be a part like in the movie for like an intermission, like what they showed during the break. But
Caitlin, when you first mentioned Hamilton and a Broadway musical, I was like, ugh. But you've sold me. You have sold me. So good job. And if it comes to Houston, I'm gonna try to watch it.
yeah, or I mean, it's coming to Disney Plus July 3rd.
There you go.
Well,
I was gonna say Cobra Kai season 3 though on Netflix. It was on YouTube.
So it's kind of out there for Disney Plus though, right? You're saying it's definitely more adult themed.
Yeah, it is rated PG-13, and I know they had to like there was 3 F-bombs like in the whole Broadway play, and Lin-Manuel Miranda like took out 2 parts, so they cut 2 parts, but pretty much everything else is still in there. But I don't know. You look at some of the Star Wars stuff; that's pretty adult-ish.
Yeah, that time where Darth Vader's like, Luke, I'm your effing dad.
What about Princess Leia, like all chained up in like a gold bikini next to some massive slug? That is.
Oh,
that's
let me tell you something. I was. Let me see. Trying to figure out how old I was when that came out. I was probably a young teenager when I got to see Princess Leia in her gold bikini thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
No, she's a fox. She looks great. Yeah. So Disney could definitely handle that content.
I guess.
The more disturbing part with like Jabba the Hutt is like when he's eating those little creatures. That's the part that disturbs me more. Stuck with me more as a kid.
Like frogs and stuff.
Yeah, and they were like moving.
Like the part from Roger Rabbit, where one of my favorite movies, where he dips the shoe in the slime and
the dip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It is pretty morbid. I feel like there's not enough like maybe that's what's wrong with like kids are either too exposed to morbid stuff or not enough. Yeah. I feel like we got just the right amount just to make you realize what was really creepy.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just going back and watching it. Now that it's all available to go back and rewatch, you kind of realize, oh, that's super creepy.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, because something with me personally, like when Shrek first came out, like I was kind of at the age where I didn't get any like sex jokes or sexual innuendo or anything like that. But like rewatching the movie Shrek, like as an adult, oh my god, it's everywhere.
Mhm.
And like I thought my parents were laughing at the same jokes I was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best part. When you're laughing at something that your kids are laughing at and they don't have any idea what you're laughing at.
They got to make the movies like that for the adults, because
Yeah.
who else can take them to the theaters?
It's true. It used to not be like that. It used to just be like kid movies, and you had to either suffer through it as a parent, but it was okay back in the 80s for your parents just to be like, nah, you don't get to go see anything.
Mhm.
And you had to wait till it came out on VHS. And then, watch it.
The 80s had their scary kids movie. Was Return to Oz came out in the 80s?
That, first of all, that is not a scary kids movie. That's the creepiest movie.
I mean, there were some
That's
80s.
That's on Disney Plus too, by the way.
Not watching it. Awful.
Oh,
Nope.
scary kids movie from the 80s. You got like Dark Crystal.
It's creepy.
Oh, is that the one with the heart?
Yeah.
Dude, that messed with me so much. Like, so many nightmares.
And like Labyrinth.
Yeah. Yeah, the Goonies kind of gets scary a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the Goonies. It gets dark.
Like softcore horror. Like
A little bit. Maybe.
I mean, they're making that.
the old woman always scared me the most.
Oh, the mom.
And I felt like so much
Fratellis.
anxiety that they were like running from her the most. But
Mama Fratelli.
They're making Chunk do the truffle shuffle.
That
He
was
doesn't want to do it, but they're making him do it.
Baby Roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, babe. Hey, you guys. Sorry. It's the one. Is
my bad.
Is Goonies best movie ever? It's in my top 5.
Really?
Top 5 80 movie for me. Top 5 80s movie.
I'm gonna say top 5 overall for me.
I wouldn't say overall, but I would say, yeah, I agree with top 5 80s for sure.
I put it in my top 5 because I put a lot of movies like collectively. Like I'd put Lord of the Rings as one big. That's one number. I'm not gonna put the 3 of those movies as one.
You've got that as your top 5?
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Of course.
You're such a nerd.
Sure.
Nerd.
Whatever.
Like,
Listen.
fall asleep already. No, I always preferred The Hobbit, but then they turned into like a 3-part movie, and I was like, The Hobbit's one of my favorite top 5 books, but I just can't. I haven't even watched the movies. You cannot take one book and turn it into 3 movies.
Yeah, they stretched it too far.
Yeah, they took
It's not that deep of a story either, really.
No,
They took one book and put that into 3 movies, and then the Lord of the Rings trilogy, they took 3 books and put it in 3 movies.
That could have been more. That could have been a whole like Game of Thrones series. I mean, like
That's-
TV series.
Amazon is doing a Lord of the Rings series, but it's not going to be over the same. It's not going to be over the same story.
Ooh, do you think they'll have the same like team who wrote and directed?
I don't know if Peter Jackson's involved. I know they have people from the Tolkien estate. Let's get super nerdy here. It's Aragorn, the king, right?
Elvish king, yeah.
He's not Elvish. Aragorn. He's half Elvish, I guess. His mom is an elf. His dad was Arathorn. He's
He's like
Aragorn's
the main
son.
white dude with like the human dude with the long brown hair.
Yeah, he's Vig Mortensen or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Viggo Mortensen. Anyway, that character, when he was a ranger, one of the Dunedain Rangers, right? And he went by Strider, he was 90 during the Lord of the Rings. They're going to do his early years for that series.
Is
Oh,
this
so-
just starting? Like, how long is this gonna? Or,
They've started production. They've got this huge budget because it's Amazon, but it hasn't been released yet. Obviously, probably all this pandemic mess.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
Yeah, but it's going to be a multi-season, long-form deal. Its own standalone deal. So that's exciting.
All right.
Anyway, for me, it's no Hamilton, but it's exciting.
Another historical show that actually we started watching. It's on Hulu. I'm a huge fan of Hulu. It's called The Great, but it's about Catherine the Great, or Catherine the Great of Russia.
Mhm.
And it has like Nicholas Hoult in it and Elle Fanning. It is a really good show.
Beer
Russians
trivia.
What?
Is it?
Did you know that the Russian Imperial Stout comes from the stouts brewed in Britain that they shipped over to Russia across, what is that, the Baltic Sea or whatever? They shipped over to her. She loved that beer so much, but they had to bump them up in ABV to keep them. So that's where we got the Russian Imperial Stout. It was still an English style, but they shipped it
They
to
lived
Russia.
some pretty crazy times. I don't know how accurate the show is, but she probably needed something strong.
Yeah.
So
She came from France to Russia, and Russians were like pretty barbaric, like in the 17th century still.
Yeah.
You want to hear an interesting story about Russian history?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, the city of Moscow.
Heard of it.
Okay,
Big one.
that in a 300-year period, the city of Moscow literally burnt down to the ground 9 times.
Wow.
A lot.
Like it averaged every 30 years or so. Literally, the whole city burnt down to nothing.
How far away are we from like the next?
I mean, this was all starting, I think, in like the 1200s.
Wow.
So
Russia's crazy. Yeah, they were pretty. See, I haven't made it through the season yet, but it seems like she might have made a lot of changes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's really well done show. It's just with some of these historical stuff, you can't tell how much they're like dramatizing and romanticizing and amping up like the sex and gore and.
Yeah. No, she was pretty hardcore though.
well,
Yeah, and
mean-
her husband, I guess, that she was married to.
Was it Pete or whatever?
Peter, or yeah,
Something.
his
Peter
dad was,
Peter the average.
his dad was Peter the Great.
no, I doubt they're ramping up the violence though, because that place was pretty violent.
They
We just watched an episode where like a whole bunch of smallpox broke out like in the castle in the village, and so they took everyone, even if they were alive, who had smallpox, and they like burnt them. Like they took them to like a pit, a couple acres away from the castle, and they just burnt them in a pile alive. Yeah, because they had smallpox, and like Catherine the whole time was trying to like argue, like we can like they were doing that thing that they do where you expose it's like early vaccine things where you like expose yourself to a little bit of the virus, and she had brought in a doctor from Europe. Like it's very interesting. Like she was doing a lot like bringing European ideologies and art and
Yeah, she had a big golden carriage. When we were in elementary school, there was one of the Catherine the Great exhibit came to Memphis, and so we all went to go see it. And you'd go to the it was at the exhibit place. You'd
Hold
have
on.
those things on your here.
So you guys got to take a field trip from Arkansas to Memphis?
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh. Well,
it's
that's
like
not too bad. That's like 9 hours, right?
so what they
Not
tell you?
It was under an hour where I was.
They're like,
huh?
all right.
Oh.
They're like, all right, kids, it's time to put on your Sunday clothes. You got to wear shoes for this. We're going to the city.
That's so mean. Poor Arkansas.
It's mean, but it's true.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember if they actually told us to wear shoes or not. But
You don't remember the one day in school where you were required to wear shoes.
I'm sure we did. It was a lot of walking, in the city, on the concrete. Anyway, but she had a big golden carriage.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I remember.
Peter gave her a bear as their wedding present.
Oh, it's a gift that keeps on giving. A bear.
But like 2 episodes later, he shot it. Like
Oh. That's
as a party trick.
there you go. Speaking of
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, speaking of the stouts though, how was that Buried Hatchet stout? It's not an imperial stout, but it's a stout. It's a
You know how this stout is?
gone. Empty.
It's-
You're gonna
It's
force
always
it
the
dry.
last few drops, though.
That's why I'm not tilting it more than this.
That's one of my favorite beers, the Buried Hatchet Stout.
This is definitely one of my favorite beers. This is a good beer. Like somebody's like, I don't drink beer, and you're like, do you like coffee? And there's like a lot of times people like, yeah, I like coffee. Well, you try this beer.
I was gonna say because that sounds like a pretty big beer to introduce someone, but if you come in at the coffee angle, if somebody
It's-
can handle like coffee,
It's
especially if
8.5.
they're like, yeah, I drink black,
Yeah, it's 8.5%, but that beer got the nickname Black Crack because it was so addictive. And then they do a barrel aged version of it, actually called Black Crack. But
Yeah,
it was-
You can buy black crack in bottles.
bottles or cans. I've seen it canned, but
Oh yeah,
breweries
cans.
from
Sorry.
what brewery is it?
Southern
Star.
Star.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if you never had that one,
No, I don't. We get a few Southern Star down here, but I don't think I've seen that one.
He
Get
probably,
the one with they have the one with that girl riding like the rocket, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
the bombshell blonde.
Bombshell Blonde. That's their flagship.
That's their. That's also in the red and the blue cans. I don't know. I don't know if they decided which one they're going to go with. Switch it up, red and blue. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, if you ever run across Berry Hatchet Stout, I would highly recommend this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's fantastic. You gotta. Yeah, if you see it, grab some. 4 packs. Fantastic. Okay, there you go. Hey, we never did share. Should we share? Do we want to do our sharing, Kennedy?
Oh,
It's too late for that. An hour in.
it's never too late.
Okay. Well, then that's for everybody. This is your part of the show
Mhm.
where you can help grow the audience, get more people into loving Texas craft beer. So everybody pick up your phone, go to your favorite social media account that's streaming the show.
Hold on, what are you doing, Josh?
What?
I don't hear anything.
I haven't started it yet.
Oh, okay.
It's called building up anticipation.
I ruined it, didn't I?
You just drove a truck. It's like you hopped on the back of an angry bear, Catherine the Great's angry bear before it got shot, and just rode it right into it and just
I did.
wrecked everything. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
yeah, no big deal.
Zip. I'll shut it. Shut it. Button.
All right, everybody, pick up your phone, go to your favorite streaming place, and it's time to share. Share the song, share the show, share if you care. On Twitter, retweet. On Instagram, copy a link or a screenshot or something. I don't know. We don't stream on Instagram. Facebook, LinkedIn. Share with all your friends on LinkedIn. All your connects. Where else are we? All your Twitchers. If you're twitching right now, press pause on your video game. Share. There you go. That's all I got. Got 9 more seconds of music. Share it. Sharing is caring. Thank you. This is a BSA, beer service announcement. Beer sharing announcement. There you go. Boom. All right. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. So weekly shows, Caitlin. That's episode 11.
Episode 11 tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What can we expect? Do you know like episode 12, 13 planned out? Any of that?
We're all the way up to episode 14. Or no, 12 and 13.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got an exciting episode for your 4th of July weekend coming up, where help you pick out some good beers for your barbecue, help you learn about other barbecue styles, because there is other barbecue besides Texas barbecue, even though Texas barbecue is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we've got another episode about we review like a flight of Great Heights beer, because we absolutely miss going to breweries and ordering flights, and even with breweries opening back up, they're still not doing flights. So, and then we kind of just spend that episode yapping about a whole bunch of cool flights we've seen and like flight etiquette, which there's a proper way to drink a flight. So.
Oh, did you know that, Kennedy?
I do have a question about flights. Now that we're talking flight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I sometimes get a little annoyed when we go to a brewery and there's a long line of people waiting for bars, and the person in front of me orders the flight.
Yes.
Do you tackle this subject?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
We
thank
definitely
you.
address
Thank you.
saying like, like if they're busy, if it's crowded, like do not order a flight, because like the labor put in that, running back and forth with these little glasses and ordering it, and it's just not worth it. Like if you're going on a Saturday night to a brewery, like don't go expecting you're going to get a flight. But also don't be that person. I think even more annoying than that anytime is that person who gets like 6 or 7 samples. Like, and then they're like, I'm like, just get a freaking flight and sit down with it and enjoy the experience of trying beers, instead of like getting this foamy little tablespoon of 7 different beers,
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
but like, I hate going into breweries and seeing like flights. I feel like most flights are priced at a point that it should make up for the fact that, like, I don't know, like most flights are $10 and up, and most flights have a pint of beer. So
It's the it's the service fee.
yes.
I mean, I don't I don't mind the whole idea of flights because I don't typically go get flights because I have the styles I know I like, so I just usually grab them. I don't even taste them. But there's nothing wrong with someone who wants a little taste.
I feel like there's
before.
some breweries, like some of my favorite breweries, where they have a whole bunch of good beers on tap. Like I'll order flights there pretty frequently just because I want so many other beers during my visit. But also, if it's a new brewery, my boyfriend and I will normally like split one, or a friend and I will split one. Or then you come across those breweries that price them individually, which is always even more of a headache.
Hold on, they price each 2 to 3 ounce pour individually.
Like you've seen on menus where they
wow.
do, like they'll say, okay, this style of beer, it's like $9 in like a crowler, $13 in a growler, like $5 for a pint, whatever. Then they'll also put like $2.50 for a 3 ounce pour, or they'll be, and I guess they do that because I've seen it at places where they have like a lot of like really crazy hopped up IPAs or like barrel aged beers where like you don't want to price a Kolsch. Someone who's gonna order a Kolsch, a Pils, an American IPA, the same as who's gonna order 3 bourbon barrel aged stouts that you guys might have. So I guess they do it in those situations, but that also reflects like the high prices of flights.
I think there should be a flight window. Like if you're
Agreed. Totally agreed.
designated flight ordering spot.
Yeah, or even like time of day. Like you can only order a flight between like 1 and like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I can appreciate people who are not into craft beer, and they're mostly like big beer drinkers, and they want to go and have a flight. That's fine. Just don't do it when there's a line behind you.
No. Or like I don't know. Some places though they will have like pre-selected flights, and I feel like if they've gone that far, then maybe anytime like it's okay to order that anytime. Like if they've gone so far to set up a system where, because I've been in breweries where they're like, here's our specialty releases, here's light beers, dark beers, like hoppy beers, and so you can kind of just pick that, and I don't know, they make it as easy as possible. But yeah.
What's that, Kennedy?
This is my homebrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely think if you order a flight, they should send you around to the other side of the bar or somewhere.
Yeah.
And like we'll get to you. Now let everybody else and have like one person.
Or just say, all right,
Bring
we'll
on
get to your
flights.
flight as soon as I get all these people's pints out of the way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the phone ordering system can come into play.
Mhm.
Like if you're at your table, you can order a flight from way over there. And the shame of ordering a flight when there's a lot of people there.
So another thing to add on to the whole flight dilemma is when somebody orders a flight, there's a long line behind them, but they don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And they're stuck, and they're indecisive.
Or they don't know what anything is. They're like, what's
so just
that?
at that point, just leave it up to your bartender.
Yeah.
Let
That's
him
always
pick
a
out-
good choice.
Let him or her, pick out the 6 beers.
Yeah. They'll normally ask you if you like light or dark beers or something like that. I also, like, whenever I go to a brewery, like asking the bartenders, like, if I'm in a new town, like, which breweries I should go to next. Like, the bartenders, they're, like, the front line of craft beer in a neighborhood or area. Like, they know what they're doing. They know what they're drinking. Like, trust them.
Yeah, that's you can't. I mean, somebody who works at a brewery is a fan of other breweries for sure.
Yeah.
That's probably like go to a brewery and ask them about the other brewery. They won't be offended for sure.
No, yeah, you would never do that at a restaurant. Like, go ask a chef. Like,
Y'all have a pretty good steak, but is there anybody else in town that has?
yeah, what other good steaks are around here?
Yeah.
Your steaks are okay, but who's got better steaks?
I know you've got a New England IPA, but who's got a better IPA? No, don't say that though.
No, I don't know. I mean, but it's so subjective. I don't even think they'd be offended by that.
No, because they probably even know. Like, if you came to Austin and went to a brewery and was like, "Who's got the best?" New England IPA, a lot of people probably say Pine House because it's just. But it's a consensus, and yeah.
They're gonna all say electric jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
That
they
is good.
should.
It is good. It's fantastic. Let's be honest. Let's all be honest with ourselves.
Mhm.
How about an etiquette course for the customer? That's from Mary. Mary is the owner of Thistle Draft Shop.
Oh.
Yes. You know what though? You probably could listen. There's a few places, brewery / tap room / bars that serve a lot of. Listen, when you have as many selections as Thistle Draft Shop, Caitlin, next time you're in the Houston area in
Yes.
spring, Thistle Draft Shop voted Texas's best craft beer bar in the world by, I believe it was the craftbeer.com. So the Brewers Association.
World? You said
In
world?
the world in Texas.
Okay.
I mean,
world.
the Texas, the world.
You mean universe?
Yeah, in the Texas universe.
That's
Yeah.
huge, though.
Yeah, no, they listen. I can't speak highly enough. There's not the English language falters when it comes to trying to describe how good Thistle Draft Shop is. But delicious food, fantastic beer, and the best people. Craftbeer.com, national.
Oh, there it is.
Just put it in the
Yeah,
comments.
and the owner, one of the best people around.
Yes,
For
of
sure.
course. And the home of Liquid Lunch episode 200, and whenever we get to it.
Yeah, whenever. So so we're all our episodes are now we're in like 199 A, B, C, and D until we get to our 200th episode, which will be at this draft shop.
Yeah. So we're at 199 and holding until. So, Caitlin, you're invited if you want to make a trip to the Houston area.
I came through Houston really quickly when I did like a Texas brewery road trip last year. But I don't know. Houston's such a massive city to me. I don't think I've ever been to a U.S. city that's that big. Like I've never been to New York. I've been to Miami. So I don't know.
Houston's bigger.
Houston's bigger than Miami.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I could easily spend like a week there. Like I want to eat a whole bunch of food, like go see the museums, which isn't really what I do when I go visit places. But y'all got a bunch of cool stuff like that, I guess.
We do.
And the president heads. I really want to see those president heads.
Oh, yeah.
You can drive by those on the way to St. Arnold if you're coming from the north. So it's all good.
So
Yeah, I did, but I think I missed them because we did go to St. Arnold.
they used to be all in one location, and literally they used to just there's a Target right off I-10, and all the president heads just used to be like just hanging out there in that. So now they've kind of like spread them around throughout the town.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
That makes it so much harder.
I know. Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Who do I email about that?
I don't know.
Um,
It's a good question.
Call back.
yeah. I don't know who's in charge of president heads. Who's the?
Also, like, I'm super confused by like y'all's like Astrodome. Like, I went to Eighth Wonder Brewery and like got a little bit of the history. There's a lot of the history in that brewery, which is really cool. Like how they have seats there and tickets on the wall, but like the Astrodome's not being used.
No,
just for feral cats. It's for the feral cats.
No, so Astrodome, built in the '60s, eighth wonder of the world, Houston icon. Well, they have since closed it down. I mean, they in the '90s, I think, when they finally shut that down.
I got to go to an event there, one event when I moved here in
so
2001.
literally on the same, right next to it, they built NRG Stadium where the Texans play now, huge stadium. And so the Astrodome is just sitting there, and no one really knows what to do with it. People want to get rid of it, but I mean,
it's so big and right downtown, right? Like,
it's
south of downtown.
Yeah,
and I mean, so there's this big argument, like, do we just get rid of it? But then this was literally like the eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah.
I feel like they could sell the whole thing and just put it on a big truck and move it somewhere.
would you tell the Romans to like tear down their Colosseum?
It's not the Colosseum.
I'm on the side of don't tear it down to renovate it. Do something.
What would you do with it? What would you do with it?
I would convert that into a hotel or something.
That's too big of a hotel.
Or a mall, shopping center.
Nobody goes to malls anymore.
Yeah, what's mall? No, I'm just kidding.
Keep going, man.
I'm so kidding.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I would say more like a hotel.
Use it for like Houston's big enough. Don't enough like huge music acts come through to like make it.
Yeah. The problem is they all go to NRG, which is right next door, and it's nice. It's newer. It's nicer, and it can hold it. It holds a lot more.
Yeah.
So they're like literally right next to each other in the same big parking lot.
I'd be so curious to see photos of like the Astrodome right now, or like see it like. Cause how long has it been abandoned for?
They used it during Katrina.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, even like it wasn't used before that, right?
I went to the last rodeo there. We went to a concert for the 2002, 1 or 2.
Oh, it was still open then?
Yeah, that was the last
Okay.
year.
Okay. Yeah, so for the longest time, they only used the Astrodome for rodeo. And here in Houston, the rodeo is huge.
Yeah.
Big. It's big. It goes on for like 3 weeks, I think.
Sounds so much fun.
Yeah. It is fun.
If
Can
you
I
love,
guys tell you a fun fact about rodeos real quick?
please.
You know the movie Borat?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know the rodeo that he goes to and that and like he talks about like George Bush and stuff? That was the rodeo in my hometown. Salem,
Oh.
Virginia. Yeah, like in the DVD commentary or like in the credits they play like a clip from like our local news like talking about it, how like this guy came up and did all this weird stuff, but yeah, that's
funny.
my little hometown. But I
That's-
love the rodeo. Huge fan.
Yeah, if you
Well-
love cattle and hate money, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is a great place to go.
Oh,
Go
man.
raise my hand for get some ponies and calves and
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You
so,
do some
thi-
mutt busting, all that.
so this year, the rodeo was open for about a week. And then that's when all the
Okay.
coronavirus started hitting and they had to shut it down.
So
Yeah.
crazy.
And it became a big thing. All these people were all up in arms, but then since then everything's been shut down. So
2020 is like the year that's just not gonna happen. Like Oktoberfest is canceled, GABF's canceled, like everything's canceled.
Yeah.
Everything.
mhm.
I
Yeah,
hope we can
what,
fit in
what-
episode 200.
and we had a host of Liquid Lunch that was diagnosed with it,
Survived it.
survived it.
Came out on the other side.
You beat COVID's ass.
I did. Probably. Who knows? Who knows? It's a weird. The whole thing's weird. Full circle, right? It all comes back to that. Every conversation starts with it and ends with it.
COVID.
Just everything's weird. They just kind of
Oh, going back to the Astrodome, Philip said he used to play. He got to play in the dome. I'm assuming football, high school
Like high
football.
school like championships.
Yeah, so they used to have like the high school football championships in the Astrodome.
That is
Yeah.
so cool. That is so cool because I know. I mean, I even think still that's cool because don't they do it now in like the Dallas Cowboys practice arena or?
No, they do it in the big stadium. They'll move back and
So
forth between.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, high school football is huge here in Texas. I mean,
Well, I mean, there was a TV show about it, right?
yeah.
there's-
Friday Night Lights.
there's been movies, there's been TV shows. Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, I remember coming to Texas. The size of the churches and the size of the high school stadiums blew me away. Like,
Yeah.
Where did you
That's-
come from?
I came from Virginia. I came from like the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. And like, if anybody out there knows Virginia Tech, like I grew up in that area, Blacksburg, Virginia.
The Hokies.
Yeah, go Hokies.
Did you go to Virginia Tech?
No, my boyfriend did. I went to a small school right next door called Radford University.
Okay.
We've been like undefeated though in football since like the 1800s.
Radford, you said?
We don't
Was
have a
y'all's-
football team though, so that's
I was gonna say, was your fight song "Round and Round"?
round and round. What does that mean?
Kennedy doesn't.
Oh boy.
The rock group Rat has a song called "Round and Round" from the '80s.
Josh.
Anyway, what? What? Why?
There's actually, I think, is it a Progressive insurance
Geico.
commercial? Geico that has the band Rat in it.
Yeah, we have a rat problem, and it keeps showing. It's a group from the like mid '80s, early '80s, and they keep showing them in every room playing that song around it. That was their only big song. Kennedy, do they have another big song?
Oh, they have a lot of songs.
A big song that people know.
They had another song called "Lay It Down," which is pretty popular. Round and Round, probably. Oh boy.
No, Caitlin, no.
Hits it.
All right, we'll get YouTube banned.
All right. So if you
I
decide
can
to
picture the music video now. Like,
if you decide to Google Rat, it's 2 T's.
Yeah,
Oh,
They're much too cool for just rat with one T. It's two
Oh.
T's.
that was probably trademarked.
yeah. So I'll have to look up like their greatest hits. Is it just like that song playing on a loop, or is it?
No. I'm older than both of you two.
I know you are.
Maybe combined.
Oh, their greatest hits album is called Rat and Roll.
Rat and roll. I like that.
Yeah.
I hope all their like songs and albums are like puns off rat.
You're in Love.
Oh
I
yeah,
wanna-
You're in Love. That's
Shame,
Good.
shame, shame. Give Yourself Away. I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
no. Back in like the '80s, I was kind of a big Rat fan.
Back from did you have a rat tail? Did they
No,
do rat? Was rat tail? Did that come from
No.
rat or was that? something else?
was when I was a kid, up until college, I was never allowed to grow my hair long.
Mhm. Not even a rat tail.
Parents are the worst.
Yes, they're the worst, and I think that's why now that I'm out from under them, I decided to grow.
You remember Pizza Rat?
Yeah,
Rat?
yeah.
It was this video of like this rat in like the New York City like metro like underground subway, and he's like carrying a whole slice of like New York style pizza like up the stairs, and like
Mhm.
somebody has like a video of him. He's this big old New York City. Look it up. He's my hero, Pizza Rat. Like,
He died of diabetes.
no, I didn't even know he died.
He's a rat. I mean, I think their lifespan's like 3 years tops. And he's living on the streets in New York. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that
Probably
brings it down to like 3 months.
Yeah, he probably had a drug problem. Let's be honest.
Or you probably got eaten by one of those alligators in the sewers.
Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty big. Putting back whole slices of.
Or he's already started training some like turtles and
Yeah. Oh, you know
coming to
what?
save us all.
Yeah, that's probably what was happening, right? He was probably taking it to his turtle children.
Or he grew up to be a kung fu master.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
A
about.
lot of possibilities for Pizza Rat.
Yeah, but the pizza, I think that's pretty safe that the turtles were involved, right? Hard hitting news.
Well,
you know,
I hate to. I was gonna say I have to kind of run here in a few minutes, but
It's fine. It's fine.
it's
Fine.
flown by. We're almost at 2 hours.
I know.
Well, we appreciate all the time you have given us.
Yes.
Like I said at the beginning, if you need to go, you need to go. Because Josh and I don't have to do it. We have no plans today, so
Whenever you get back from what you're doing, we'll probably still be here. So
yeah,
Yeah,
this is
keep it up.
this is true.
Thank you for
All right.
having me on. We'll have to get Melanie on here though. She's in
Oh, for
Colorado
sure.
right now.
Love to have-
absolutely.
Love to have the duo.
Yeah. Anytime, literally, anytime. So let us know. And everybody, 512 Brewed, the podcast, available anywhere fine our podcast are downloaded. Caitlin and Melanie, episode 11.
Tomorrow.
And even
Tomorrow.
if you guys don't want to come on, but you have something special to promote, just reach out to us. We'll give you guys a shout out.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Well, no, you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy your beers. Don't stay on too long. You know what they say, like computer will rot your brains out.
Yeah, that's true. Once our fingers get all wrinkly, that's typically when we get off.
That's when you get out.
No,
Yeah.
it's already happened.
Yeah. That's because you're old. All right. Caitlin, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye, Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Have a
Bye.
good weekend. Bye.
You two have a great weekend. I don't know what we do now. How do we? Okay, you did it. Cool. I wasn't sure. Sometimes there's that awkward. We have to sit there and watch while we figure out how to end the Skype call because Skype has been around for 15 years, but it's still a little awkward.
Look at this. Like most people leave and their video freezes and they're like their mouths are hanging open or something. But look at this. Look at this.
What?
It's
Oh, perfect.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. Look at that.
That's perfect. Listen, Caitlin, I've said this before. She's been on Liquid Lunch before, right?
Yeah, it's a few times.
Yeah.
Few
This
times.
is like number 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do so many shows. Sometimes I get them mixed up.
It happens.
She has one of the best Instagram accounts, the Big World Small Girl. As far as like when my daughters start talking about wanting to do social media, I'm like, this is how if you're going to do an Instagram account,
So if you want to do an Instagram account, big girl, small world, small world.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about yes,
big world, small girl.
Yeah.
Not Hoppy Floppy.
Listen, I don't know where Hoppy Floppy is now, or what's going on with Hoppy Floppy.
She's still around.
Listen, I want the best for her, but for my daughters,
no, definitely not a role model for your daughter.
No. But when my daughters don't have social media yet, because social media, other than Liquid Lunch, pretty much the worst. But if you're gonna have an Instagram account, I would show them Caitlin's and be like, here, check this out. What a well done Instagram account.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff.
Yes.
So,
keeps it clean.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just fun. It makes you want to go to wherever she's been. She'll go to like the different breweries and distilleries and stuff like that. And like, I'll see it and I'll be like, I want to go there. And she always does like the best pictures and stuff. Anyway, I'm not on Instagram all that much.
Yeah. She's going places. She's a mover and a shaker.
Yep. I do want to point out my color. I don't know if anybody noticed this today on the video, but the coloring of my camera is a little warmer today than it's been. I did some new lighting here in the studio.
I'm not looking way more pastier than you are today.
I do need a haircut. That's why I'm wearing my Valencin's Brewing Company hat. I love Valencin's, but I need to buzz the old.
Just a little helpful piece of advice when it comes to lighting. You can have the best lighting in the world, but when you're wearing your hat, it just screws it all up.
Talking about here?
Yeah.
What if I install a little LED right up here?
Or maybe you should go backwards, Cat.
I don't want to do that. It's kind of
is backwards baseball cap kind of douchey now?
I think so. I don't know if I'd go straight up. It's just kind of it's just not with it. I'm totally with it.
Oh, you're totally with it.
Yeah, I want to project a with it vibe.
Yeah.
And so
with it good.
Yeah, I don't want to, step backwards with my with itness.
All right. So anyway. The echo, do you want to get into like a technical thing right now?
Sure.
All right. So the echo people have been hearing?
Yeah.
I figured it out.
What was it?
Okay. So on Skype, you are sending me your Skype audio along with our guest Skype audio.
Yes.
Okay. And that's why, because I had her audio pulled up as well as the Skype audio.
Oh.
So I didn't realize I should only be getting your audio, but you are sending me hers and yours. And then when I called up her audio as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you're back in studio, that will no longer be a problem.
Yeah, it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
When I'm back in studio.
Or when I get the capability of doing the stream from here, either way, which if you'll use those Amazon, that affiliate link, that'll help us get there along with, whatever else.
Or if you can invite 25 of your closest friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Is anybody even watching still?
I don't know. Let's see.
I'm not keeping up with it.
Let's see.
Not even keeping up with it. I'm sure they are, right?
Oh, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, we've got tens of people watching this right now.
Good.
For all those people watching this right now, is there anything you would like us to talk about? Would you like to hear our opinions on anything? Or would you like us to steer the conversation in a certain direction?
They like beer.
And don't just say beer. Be a little bit more specific.
They love beer.
Do you want to hear what's going on with me right now?
Yes.
And more importantly, the Rogue Brewers.
I think it's been like I don't even think we mentioned the Rogue Brewers on Tuesday. So yeah, I think it's about time we mentioned the Rogue Brewers.
So I know Philip's on, and I don't know, Philip, are you still doing your shandy? We have a shandy competition going on, and I am. Tomorrow is our shandy competition. So today I'm going to keg my shandy, and tomorrow I'm going to win. Do you want to hear? Are you curious of what the shandy I'm doing?
Didn't you mention it already?
Did I?
I think so.
So I'm entering one, and Jules, who is also a member of the Rogue Brewers, is entering a shandy. We have an orange shandy and a blueberry shandy, and they're both going to be fantastic. And I'm expecting places 1 and 2.
Okay. Philip says he doesn't have it ready, or something. He doesn't think so. One thing we haven't talked about in a long time, Kennedy, is the current temperature in Midland. Jose brought up the weather in Albuquerque. I don't know what's going on in Albuquerque. I can look, but Midland. We haven't talked about Midland. So, what do you think the temperature in Midland is right now?
Right now, I don't know. It's hard to. I'm guessing it's warm most of the place. It's not warm here. It's been raining like forever. So when you go outside now, it's actually kind of pleasant. Temperature in Midland, 95.
Current temperature in Midland, 91 degrees. 91 degrees. Okay. Feels like 91 degrees. High today of 96.
Okay.
Which, later today. And high on Monday there of 100 degrees. So Midland feeling very Midland-like.
I think it's supposed to rain all weekend here in Houston.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It's what is this? Is this like a tropical storm, or is this the dust storm from the Sahara? What is this?
I don't know. I am not a meteorologist.
That's for sure.
I just play one on TV.
Yeah. It's fine. Okay, so Midland, home of Eccentric. Oh, speaking of Eccentric, did you see where their brewery caught on fire?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. Part of the building, all the equipment was fine.
Oh, okay.
But I saw them post the other day that the building caught fire. Equipment was fine, but then also, where they make I forget the name of the company off the top of my head. I don't have it in front of me.
Where they make the cool, like, clubs and...
the post-apocalyptic weapons.
The barbed wire and razor-bladed baseball bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it took some damage too, but they were saying that they're, got to do some cleanup, and the tap room or whatever. They had to shut down some stuff.
They don't have it.
Or anyway, they don't now. I don't know. Anyway, so big shout out to those guys, and hope everything's doing okay.
Let's see.
Hey, what are your plans for the 4th of July? Do you have any?
I don't have any plans now. I think my nephew's birthday is July 3rd, and so I think we're actually celebrating on the 4th.
Okay.
So I'll probably be over there shooting off fireworks and stuff.
That's cool. It's one thing I love about the county. We can blow up stuff.
And then all this rain, we're not going to be in a burn ban, so we can do all the fireworks.
Yeah, and you can't. Is there going to be a big fireworks show? I guess you could go in your car and social distance.
I don't know. I haven't heard if they're going to cancel the big Houston fireworks show.
Yeah, I don't know. All this is weird. Nobody thought. We remember when this whole thing started, and we're like, yeah, it'll probably be done in like 12 weeks. 6 weeks.
Yeah. No one expected, and I don't even think we're close to being over this because, we're starting to spike again. Cases are going up.
Allegedly.
I mean, they may or may not be going up, but the numbers are going up.
Am I counted among those?
You probably are.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
So the numbers are definitely going up. So we'll see. I mean, we're like, what, 16 weeks or so into this, 15 weeks into it, and Harris County decided, oh, you need to wear the mask everywhere.
Yeah.
Businesses will be fine if they are letting customers in without masks now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a bit late for that.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations. Just got the notification. We reached 100 messages today on the restream chat between YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We now have
not bad.
100 messages.
Not bad.
That's sweet. Yeah.
I mean, we're not even anywhere close to our record, but not bad.
Yeah. Jose brings up the hospitalizations, but here's the thing with that. Not that, obviously people are in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
What is the nature of people being in the hospital? Are they staying? How long are they staying? I know that there were some people that were there and then being sent home pretty quick. So there's a big difference between that and somebody going to ICU and all that kind of stuff. There needs to be more information. I want to know. I don't want to just know that there's beer. I also want to know hop profile, SRM, ABV. I want to know all the information. That's how I am. I want it broken down.
Oh, all right. So, a couple things from Philip. Thank you, Philip. Again, you're the best. There is going to be a fireworks show, but you can't go there to watch. You have to watch it on TV.
Why are they going to spend the money on a fireworks show? Can't they just use last year's? If you're just going to put it on TV?
Last year's what?
Fireworks show.
Oh, you mean rebroadcast from last year?
Yeah, look, just find some video of fireworks, and nobody's going to know, and then you just saved yourself $10,000.
That would be awesome if they're like, yes, there's this live fireworks show, and they aired last year's fireworks show, and then people are outside like, wait, where's the fireworks?
Oh, if they're watching from their house, that's one thing, but if that's not for that many people.
And
they can probably cut the one that people can see from their house down to a quarter.
And I'm curious if they're telling people don't go. How are they going to tell? People are going to show up. The streets are going to be packed with people wanting to watch the fireworks show.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if nobody can go, where do they normally do it? We don't ever go into the city for it.
They did Eleanor Tinsley.
Okay.
Off Allen Parkway downtown.
Okay. Our neighborhood out here. And the place looks like a war zone on the 4th and New Year's Eve. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. But it's it's like you can watch it from downtown rooftops and stuff like that. Okay, that's what Mary's saying. That's cool. But I don't know, if they were only going to do it on TV, then it's like I don't see why would you actually blow stuff up. Just all fireworks on TV look the same, right? They all look the same.
Well, you need to
rerun a TV.
You need to go talk to whoever's in charge of the fireworks committee and say, "Look, man, we could save a lot of money
by switching to Geico."
Yeah, we could save a lot of money if we just did not actually shoot off fireworks that we just aired last year. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I think I'm heading to Fredericksburg for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So,
Philip, you said $1,000 fine for no mask. Is that for businesses?
I think that's the business.
So, they tried this before with the average citizen, and they were going to say, "Hey, if you're not wearing a mask, you're going to get like a $200 fine." I forget the number. You're going to get this $200 fine. So now they've revised that and say it's the businesses that are going to get the fine. The businesses are barely staying afloat because of this whole thing. We're going to fine you if somebody walks in your place of business with no mask.
Yeah. Well, my question is, and maybe Mary can speak to this, how much obligation do you have, other than posting a sign? I mean, especially if it's a place where somebody's drinking beer or eating food, you can't wear a mask while you do that.
Yeah, I would assume Thistle Draft Shop doesn't have to enforce the mask rule because people are eating and drinking there.
I think when you walk in, though, you have to have it on, and then you can take it off once at your table. I'm guessing that's how that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yeah, the other day, Julie and I went to our favorite neighborhood restaurant that literally just opened last week, and we walked in with our masks and then sat down immediately.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And does it specify that you have to be wearing the mask over your face? Does that, if you put it on your head?
Yeah. All right. So what if you're wearing your mask?
Technically wearing it.
So what I like to do is when I'm have to wear my mask, I put it on and immediately my glasses start fogging up.
Mhm.
So I kind of a lot of times I'll pull it down to where like my nose is free.
Right. Which
Is that proper mask wear?
no, it's not. And really, the only thing the mask is there is to keep your cooties away from other people. So I don't know. Cooties don't fly out as of your nose as much as they fly out of your mouth, unless you have cootie nose. Right. Anyway. Yeah.
Do I have cootie nose?
I don't know. I mean, if you have stuff leaking out of your nose. You know what I'm saying?
What's an RZ? Jose said I need an RZ mask. What's an RZ mask?
Rob Zombie?
Oh.
I don't know.
So I did see this thing where you can like get customized masks and you take a picture of your face
Mm-hmm.
and you send it off and they will print the picture of your face and put it on the mask.
That's extra creepy.
Yeah.
Because then
I
it's
agree.
like this emotionless, just lower third of your face.
I mean, you could smile when you send the picture.
I think we've missed a big opportunity for not printing up a bunch of liquid lunch masks
Mhm.
with a little screen to stream the show while people walk around.
Yeah.
That's what we should have done.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what we should. That's what they need. People should be advertising on these masks. That's
I
what.
agree. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like walking billboards. I don't know. Anyway. So
Oh.
what else?
Oh, he's saying RZ masks are. Told me to Google it. They've got vents facing down so your glasses won't fog.
Oh. Yeah, I had
Or-
somebody put out that whoever the LASIK,
Mhm.
the LASIK people are the ones that are putting money behind getting the mask orders put in place, so that everyone has to, so they don't have to wear glasses anymore.
Well, someone like me, I'm not a candidate for LASIK because my eyes are so bad.
Really?
Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck with glasses.
I've noticed through this thing. I normally wear glasses. I took them off just for the contrast. See, hair, no hair or hat, glasses, no glasses, white beard or white scruff, bad beard. And so, anyway, I've noticed that even with my glasses on, I need to get my prescription updated. But this is old man talk. This is super old man talk between the two of us, right? But
Yeah, it is.
I can't. I don't want to go to the eye doctor.
You're
yet
not even
until-
an old man yet.
I know. No, this is old man talk. But anyway, we got to figure out when we're going to do 200 though. Do we wait until the heat dies down? Is that what we wait for? Or what are we doing? I don't know. What threat level are we at?
I don't know. Let's see. Honestly, we may have to wait till I get back from Orlando. Oh, we need to talk about that too.
When are you going to Orlando?
I'm going to Orlando July 10th.
Hold on, let me pull up my map or my calendar.
Uh-oh.
We'll map out the approach.
Hold on. You're going to have to talk to everyone by yourself for a second.
Oh, are you going to you're going to be the 10th through what?
Hold on.
What's that's a Friday is the 10th.
Yeah. The 10th through
What day are you
I think
coming
the
back?
19th I'm coming back.
That's a long trip, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'll make it work. Oh, you'll be gone for the new tax day. You're going to miss out.
I've already done my taxes. So I don't care. Yeah, so the 16th, maybe I can try to I got to talk to Julie and see where we're going to be. Maybe I could like find a brewery that wants to I can broadcast from there. Hold on a second.
Good
BRB.
Single. Go single.
BRB.
Single shot. Single shot. There we go. Hi, everybody. Now that Kennedy's finally gone, and I have you all to myself. So I'm just going to start talking about whatever y'all put up in the chat there. So chat with me if you have got things to do. This is where I'm going to promote. I haven't done a full episode. I have Green Bench Brewery. Oh, is that in Orlando, Mary? I have a recording tonight, if all things go as planned, with Keenan Zarling. We're going to do a deep dive on some different beers, just some shorter episodes, 30 minutes or so. It's kind of what we're planning. We may go longer, who knows? You know how talk goes whenever you start drinking beers. But we're going to do a deep dive on Saison DuPont tonight, and then release that near Orlando. So Green Bench Brewery, whenever Kennedy is done with his whatever it is he's doing. Mary, any new beers on tap there at Thistle? Anything new? And or any new dishes? Any new treats? Any new deliciousness? But yeah, we're gonna do a deep dive on Saison DuPont, St. Petersburg. Okay, Green Bench Brewery in St. Petersburg, Florida. I can hear Kennedy meddling around because he didn't mute his mic. There he
What?
is. You didn't mute your mic.
I didn't.
I know you're supposed to.
I thought it'd make things more interesting.
It doesn't. Oh, 11 Below case sale. What do y'all have, Mary? What do y'all have? What you got? Some hipster sauce, or some Be Someone, or Hug Life? Maybe some Hug Life. I don't know.
Lame duck.
Lame duck. Oh, they also have the. Is it 100 cases? Wow. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Hey, you're trying to. I'm sorry if you guys were talking. If you were talking about this before I came in. So you're trying to sell 100 cases of 11 Below?
Yes.
Wow.
That's not that many. I'd buy a case of 11 Below. Do you? Can it be a mix case? Because what's a case? 24.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like those little half pallet looking things. And see, it can be a mixed case, so you get 4 6-packs. So do you have 4 different varieties? I've walked away from 11 Below with a case of beer on multiple occasions. My question to you, Kennedy, is why haven't you?
I've walked away from 11 Below with a case of I drank too much.
Okay, so you can mix away. So they got the lame duck. Don't they have like a hazy, juicy version of lame duck?
Oh, don't forget Jules' favorite all-time beer ever.
What's that?
Colorblind?
Huh?
No, not colorblind. Dublin Me Luck.
Oh yes, that's right. But I don't think that they.
It's seasonal. So if you have a case of Dublin Me Luck, let me know.
I would imagine right now they have Little Snack, Hipster Sauce, Lame Duck, Be Someone, 7-Iron. And then they have some Taco Tuesday. That's a good one. Taco Tuesday. Let's see.
Yeah. Let me know if you have Dublin Me Luck. I'm going to surprise Julie with a case of Dublin Me Luck.
They're not going to have Dublin Me Luck, most likely. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I guess they always could. But
boo.
Yeah. Anyway. So, Kennedy, I'm getting close to starting to put. I'm getting close to being able to put some kegs in my Keyser.
Oh,
at that point.
Nice.
So, I think I can do 5 gallon of the 5 gallons.
So if next time I brew, I can bring one of my kegs over.
See that? Hold on,
What?
Did you see that?
No.
Dublin Me Luck is on tap.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yeah. They do crowler fills. You could be the best Beyonce ever.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
I could be the best Beyonce ever.
If you did. Mm-hmm.
I could not be a Beyonce in any way, shape, or form. What does
That was a message from Mary. I'm looking at Little Snack. A lot of Little Snack. A lot of hipster sauce. Be Someone. Oso Bueno. 7 Iron. So there you go. And they've got them all cased up, ready to go, and you can mix and match.
Yeah.
That Little Snack is that's a good, just a good, like
little.
fish and good little. Of course, hipster sauce is delicious. All of those beers are good. What are we talking about? Oso Bueno, perfect, like the perfect burger beer, maybe, like just straight up cheeseburger.
Wow,
like
you really do have 100 cases of 11.
Yeah. Oh, she's in a second picture. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Yeah. There's that Jake.
$32?
Listen, Mary, can I tell Jake, if he's not listening, that those videos he's been doing, I've got just are hilarious. Keep doing that, please. It's just
Hold on.
fantastic.
$32 for a case of craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Let's do the math. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So 32 divided by 24.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1.33333333. $1.33.333 per beer.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Time to keep it up, Jake. Anyway, good. We need fun. We need people having fun in this whole thing. We need people buying cases of beer at Thistle and having fun, and eating delicious food.
People buying cases of 11 Below.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do on this weekend?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend.
What?
Someone's got to work all weekend.
Do you?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, lucky guy.
I don't feel like
Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday.
You'll see me on Sunday.
Or at least we'll be, maybe. There's a potential.
Hold on. Are you going to be at work on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you're going to be at work on Sunday?
Yes, I have double checked.
Are you sure you're not going to get sent home?
No. It's all good. All good.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All the protocols, safety protocols, and all that good stuff, all taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, just make sure you do your self checklist before you go into work. You got your safety pack, right?
Safety pack?
Safety pack?
No.
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, you've already done too much.
I know.
Okay. Little Smack. Foamy Head 13 having a Little Smack IPA from Chandelure in Mississippi. That's Chandelure is not Biloxi, is it? Is it Biloxi? Anyway,
Mississippi. How many towns are there? How many?
With breweries,
Yeah.
most of them are down around the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, they're dealing with the tourists who go to the beaches.
There's probably one in Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one in somewhere in the what's Ole Miss? Oxford. There's probably one in Oxford. I would imagine. College Town. Maybe one in
I don't know.
Starkville.
I don't think the college kids in Mississippi are drinking craft beer.
Oh, I bet they are.
I bet they're drinking cheap beer.
No, they're not. No, Ole Miss is a kind of a Gulfport. There you go. Yeah, Gulfport, Mississippi. That's pretty close to Biloxi, though.
I've never been to Mississippi.
That's cool, I guess.
Never.
You like to fish?
No.
You like?
I like to drink.
You can do that there. I know plenty of people that do that.
No, I mean, fishing is basically drinking, right?
Yeah. No, Mississippi's a fine place. Some fine people. Yeah. If you like to fish and hang out, there you go. Mississippi. Humpback eye, humpback eye.
You forgot the crooked letter.
Crooked letter. Humpback. Something. Yeah. No, Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi's over there. Mississippi's fine. It's fine. There are some good beers in Mississippi.
You sound like a Mississippi apologist right now.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's fine. It's fine. It's over there. On the way to New Orleans. Or no, not. I guess you don't have to go through it to go to New Orleans. It's the Florida. If you're going to Florida, you'll go through Mississippi. You know?
I feel like one of these days I'm going to end up driving to Florida.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to see all this stuff.
Yeah, you'll see some stuff. I say go south. If you're looking to go to breweries, go to a little southern tip, that little hangy downy part of Mississippi. There's like 7 breweries right there.
Yeah. And I'll be in Florida in a couple of weeks.
Cool. So you're gonna be gone a whole week. You're leaving on a Friday and coming back on like the next Sunday, like a week like after.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We're leaving on Friday the 10th, and coming back Sunday. Yeah, I'm super excited right now. Yeah, Friday the 10th, and I'm coming back Sunday the 19th.
Okay, so I've got to do shows that whole week without you.
Well, I'm gonna try to hopefully I can do a show on Thursday.
Yeah.
From Florida.
Okay. Let me know.
I'll talk to Julie and find out where we're at. Maybe I can actually go to a brewery.
Yeah. Mary was mentioning one. What? She mentioned Green
Acres.
Where did it go? No. Green Bench Brewery in St. Petersburg. How far is St. Petersburg from Orlando?
I don't know. I'll either be in Orlando or in the Tampa area.
Okay.
Oh, St. Petersburg, Tampa, yeah.
Yeah. You could go to Tampa Bay Brewing Company.
I mean, I gotta find out. I'm just along for the ride on it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, what else do we need to talk about?
I think this is a good time to wrap it up before we bore all our viewers to death.
Not even a possibility. All right. Well, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. So this is where we say, thanks to Caitlin, go subscribe to 512 Brewed anywhere you like to listen to podcasts. They're there. Check out our podcasts anywhere. If you want to just listen to us ramble on, if you only caught part of the show today, you can subscribe to our audio-only podcast. That would help us. Leave a review on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. Even if you don't need to listen to it because you watch us here live, go leave us a review on your favorite podcast place. That would help a lot. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We need the YouTube subscribers.
Yeah.
Right?
Put the word out to your friends.
Yeah. Tell some friends. But then, yeah, just go out there and grab some beers here in the great state of Texas and let us know if there's a brewery you want to see on the show. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. He said, great show today. And,
thanks, Jeremy. No,
thanks.
Honestly, though, anybody still watching, if there's something you want to there's something you want to see us talking about, or someone you want us to talk about, or a brewery or something you like a lot, or beer, even a beer, just, reach out. We can probably make that happen.
Yep.
It's not just our show, it's your show.
Yeah, this is Texas's show, and we're talking about your beer. We're just here to steer the ship a little bit. We may ask you to hold on to our rudder as we grab another beer, but anyway. So it's our little way of helping everybody get through whatever life is, whatever we're calling life right now. Mary, love you. Thank you. Thistle Draft Shop, everybody. The home of episode 200, whenever that happens. And I guess that's it. So I'll hit our music over here, and we'll wrap in 30 seconds. So good job, Kennedy. And thanks to Caitlin Johnson, her and Melanie, 512 Brewed. Thanks to all of you. And y'all have a great weekend. Go by Thistle Draft Shop and get a case of 11 Below.
$32.
Yeah, full-blown case of 11 Below. You don't need a vaccine for that. You just need to open them up and drink them. For Kennedy, I'm Josh. And Caitlin, bye-bye.
Seating has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.
You like how we